Hello and welcome to the Family Physician Taking Healthcare into Your Own Hands webinar. I am your co-host, Krista-Lynn Landolfi, founder of Soul School and Lightworker Academy, which I began as a teenager in 1990, and I'm the founder of Self-Care Tips. I'm a master transformation coach, and my intention is simple: to help you help yourself. Have the radiant health, vibrant wellness, joyful aliveness, and whatever it is you choose to create. My specialty is helping people to create the body-mind-soul balance, which is a blessed state of harmony achieved one healthy choice at a time. I'm also a certified wellness coach and doTERRA educator. My specialty is teaching others how to be a self-care specialist. So that's what we're doing today, is we're empowering you with all natural plant remedies that can help you for everything from aches and pains to common colds to hormonal issues and even things like anxiety and stress. It is my passion to awaken others to their magnificent and to educate. So you might want to take notes. You really don't need to, because this webinar is being recorded, so you can refer back to it at any time. And I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Angela Hager, now to teach you a bit about what essential oils are, how you use them, and the doTERRA difference.
Hi, Krista-Lynn. Thank you so much for inviting me to co-host this webinar with you. I just love that picture of you and sweet little Valentine. My name is Angela Hager, and I am a founder of Life Ventures and Consulting. I've been doing growth and development work for well over 20 years. I kind of consider myself a personal growth junkie. It's always been my passion to keep gathering resources and tools for empowered living, and I've worked with many different individuals and heart-centered entrepreneurs to really help them launch their visions and design a purposeful and joyful life. I am a mama to two amazing young souls, young adults now, a 17-year-old son and a 19-year-old daughter, and am married to a wonderful man, my best friend. I call him my mountain man, even though he was born and raised in Florida. He's a mountain man at heart. And I'm also a doTERRA wellness educator along with Krista-Lynn. I found this wonderful resource of essential oils, and specifically doTERRA essential oils, the therapeutic quality of it, as I was looking for some more natural solutions and remedies for issues in my own home and with my own health, and then found them to be so effective. I began sharing them with my clients, and then that naturally kind of launched into me being an educator to, like Krista-Lynn, empower others to take health and wellness into their own home. So we're so excited that you're with us today on the webinar, and we're going to jump right in and get started. So who is in control of your family's health care? That's really a great question. You know, we are in a society right now many times where we're looking outside of ourselves for answers. We put other people in positions of authority, whether it be, you know, teachers or physicians or, you know, someone that we deem has more credibility than we do. And those all have a wonderful place to reach out to experts when needed. And yet there's also this place, especially when it comes to becoming a champion for your own health and the health of your family, to really start to become that self-care specialist that Krista-Lynn talks about. You know, when we look at the state of healthcare right now, there is $6.5 trillion spent on healthcare globally every year. And that's a staggering number when you think about that. But even more staggering than that to me personally is that over 50% of that is spent by the United States alone. And we comprise only 5% of the world's population. So that is just an incredible amount of money being spent just in the U.S. alone. And I know this webinar reaches out to people internationally, and you can kind of think about how much healthcare dollars are spent in your country, and then ask yourself, how healthy do the people look around you? You know, are we seeing vibrant health and joyful aliveness like Krista-Lynn speaks about? Or are we seeing a rise of so many different diseases in our society, whether that's heart disease or immune disorders and compromises? So something doesn't seem to quite be jiving, and that's where being able to have tools at your own disposal to really assist you and your family, I think really can be a powerful addition. When we look at modern medicine and what the pharmaceutical companies are doing, and first let me say I'm not supposing or endorsing that you do away with all pharmaceuticals. They definitely have their place, and we're so fortunate to have them in our lives when needed. But when we go back and we look at how did pharmaceuticals begin formulated, oftentimes those pharmaceuticals were mimicking, they were designed in a lab to mimic something that was naturally occurring out in the plant world. But you can't patent the effectiveness of lavender or the effectiveness of willow bark. But if you synthesize it and create it in a lab, you can now patent it, and you can, of course, create a very large industry that is making a ton of money off these synthetic formulations, which often mimic what's happening in the plant world. So doTERRA Pure Essential Oils, we really consider this a natural healthcare complement. Essential oils address the root cause of an issue without oftentimes the many side effects that are listed on the back of those bottles that so many of us have in our medicine cabinets. In fact, quite the opposite. It's really fascinating with essential oils. You might be selecting an oil for one intended benefit, but it has so many multi-purpose benefits that you actually get what I would call a positive side effect oftentimes, as opposed to a negative side effect. So essential oils are, people kind of wonder, what is an essential oil? It's the natural aromatic compound that are found in plants. It could come from the seed, the bark, the tree, the fruit, the stem, but it's something that is occurring naturally and a compound found in plants. They're very, very concentrated, and doTERRA either steam distills or cold pressed extracts their essential oils. And if you've ever taken a walk in the garden and rubbed the leaf of like a peppermint, as we're seeing in this picture here, and you smell that aroma that's released, what's actually releasing is the essential oil. Now the essential oils are so, so potent. They're tiny, tiny little sacs of oil that are part of the plant. And they're really designed to help protect the plant from its environmental predators and threats, whether they be weather predators or whether it be bugs or other animals. The plant is very intelligent, and it's created its own defense system. It's really the immune system and the defense system of the plant, which is an essential oil. And because they occur naturally, our bodies recognize them as a whole compound. They don't recognize them as we often do with something that is synthetically formulated. Our body might need one component of something that we're using, but it's creating a defense against some of the other components because our body doesn't really recognize it. Essential oils are oil-based, and our cells are also have a fatty phospholipid layer around them. So what happens is that oils and our cells actually complement one another. We know oil and water doesn't mix, so when we're dealing with an oil and our cells, it's a lot more of a symbiotic relationship. Essential oils are also, because they're so potent, they're also really cost effective. And that's really important for families. Sometimes people will look at a bottle of essential oil and think, oh my goodness, that essential oil is $20, for example. Well, when you realize that a 15 milliliter bottle of essential oil has about 250 drops in it, and 1 to 2 drops is considered an application. So when you start to break down that cost, you're talking about pennies per use, maybe $1 or so, to really have an effective use in your home. And the other thing with essential oils is if they're cared for properly and if they are unadulterated, they have an indefinite shelf life. Unlike some of the things that used to be in my medicine cabinet, we'd buy them, use it for 1 or 2 applications when someone wasn't feeling well. 6 months, a year later, when you needed it again, you pull the bottle out of the medicine cabinet and you go, oh, it's expired, and then you have to throw half of it away. So I love that there is a shelf life to these essential oils, which also make them a really effective addition to a family. So how do we use essential oils? Well, there are 3 primary ways. And aromatic use, as you can see in the picture here with this lovely lady inhaling essential oils, that she's probably put a drop or 2 in her hands and rubbed them together and then is inhaling. That is an aromatic use. You can also use a diffuser, which are wonderful additions to your home and office and even your car, to actually be diffusing these tiny particles into the air. And just like we say, you know, you can catch a cold by someone sneezing in your area, and those particles go airborne, and we inhale them, and they come into our body and perhaps set up camp. You can also have the opposite effect, a more beneficial effect, by diffusing these aromatic compounds. When you inhale them, they are coming into the body. It is actually an application method. We're inhaling them, they're coming into the body, and they're providing whatever the intended benefit is, and it's a very effective way to utilize the oils. Topically is another way. You can apply the essential oils directly to an area of concern. You can use them in massage, and you can either, depending on the oil, you can either apply them neat, which means directly on the skin. You can dilute them with a carrier oil like a fractionated coconut oil or a jojoba or something like that. And depending on the oil, you would want to get with the wellness advocate that has introduced you to this webinar to help you become educated. There's some wonderful tools that doTERRA has to make sure that with any of these application methods, you're applying them effectively and safely. The third way to use the essential oils is internal. And this is somewhat of a controversial use for some people. So I would say if this is a use that is something that, you know, is controversial to you, you're going to get an amazing benefit of the essential oils, using them aromatically and topically. For me, I did a lot of my own personal research and have studied the internal use of essential oils, done effectively and done safely. And we also have some wonderful information that we can send you with that. But for me, one of the things that really spoke to me is that food is medicine in my world. And if you have a very, very pure, let's just say lemon essential oil, then we should be able to take that essential oil internally with a very cautious eye to realizing just how potent they are and when essential oils need to be diluted or put into something like a veggie cap. doTERRA has done a wonderful job formulating some of the oils that can be used internally, and you can always rely on those as a safe method if there's something you're looking for, as opposed to trying to do that on your own. But we have some wonderful educational materials, and I would say that just really leaves us to the slide about essential oil safety. They are typically very safe and gentle. We want to use common sense and keep oils away from the eyes, ears, nose, and other sensitive areas. And if you ever do get essential oil in a place that you don't want it, or you're having an experience or a reaction that isn't pleasant to you, perhaps it is too intense for your skin, let's just say, you always want to dilute an oil with an oil, like a fractionated coconut oil. Never put water where you put an essential oil and want to diminish the effect of it, because the oil and water don't mix and you're not going to do anything to dilute the oil. If you have skin sensitivities, if you are working with small children, elderly, or you yourself just know you or someone is prone to have sensitive skin, always dilute the oils would be my recommendation. And patch test as well. Take a small little test of the oil, make sure that you know you don't have a reaction to it, no differently than you would if you were introducing any new component into your life and you know that you have skin sensitivity. Always follow the label directions. We talked a little bit about some oils can be taken internally while others are not. On doTERRA, if you look at a bottle of doTERRA essential oil, if it is an oil that can be taken internally, you will always see a supplement fact on the back. If you do not see a supplement fact on the oil that you're holding in your hand, whether it's doTERRA or anything else, I would not recommend that that oil ever be taken internally. We talked about the neat, the sensitivity, and the dilute here. Want to pay special note to that red dot at the bottom. There are a few oils that are incredibly potent and wonderful to have in our modern medicine cabinet makeover. However, these are what we would consider hot oils or perhaps caustic. You always want to dilute these oils with a fractionated coconut oil or some type of a carrier, or if they were being taken internally like an oregano oil, which can be really wonderful support to the immune system. You would never put that oil, let's just say, in a drop of water and take it internally because it's too hot or caustic for your throat and your mouth. You could put it in an empty veggie cap and then you could take it like a supplement. But again, education is key here. We're just scratching the surface and introducing you to this wonderful body of knowledge. But again, we want to empower you to become your own expert, help you find the resources. So if you are utilizing essential oils, you're knowing how to use them safely, effectively, and with the best therapeutic value for you and your family. So why doTERRA oils specifically? You know, there are so many essential oils out on the market. They seem to be everywhere these days. So why are we talking specifically, and Krista-Lynn and I, adding our names and endorsing doTERRA essential oils? Well, we can first start by talking a little bit about the different grades of oils. The most common out in the marketplace that are really everywhere in the bath and body products and candles and so many, the air fresheners, things that are scented in our homes, those are synthetic oils. They're not a pure essential oil. It was formulated in a lab to smell like a tropical breeze or lavender or wild orange, but it's not the actual essential oil from the plant. Harvesting, distilling, and processing essential oils is a very delicate and a very costly process. So a lot of the things that are out in the market that just scent things are synthetics. Again, synthetics are things that our body doesn't really recognize as whole. A lot of people who say they have a sensitivity to smells and might even be worried that they can't be around essential oils. In my experience, those are typically people that have been around a lot of synthetic smells, and once they're exposed to the pure aroma and benefit of an essential oil, they don't have the same reaction that they did. My husband's a perfect example. I can't wear many perfumes. We can't use any scented laundry detergents, but he is crazy about these essential oils because my mountain man loves nature, and these oils just respond to his chemistry and his sense of smell in a way that he's really embraced them. It's really been kind of fun to see. So synthetic oils are the most common. The next little subset of oils are things that are GRAS. They are GRAS, generally recognized as safe. These are a lot of oils you might find in food products to, you know, flavor gums or, you know, lemon pound cake or things like that. We can ingest them. Those are some of the ingestible essential oils, but they're not of the grade that they would really have any therapeutic value. They're just for flavoring. The next very small subset of essential oils on the market are therapeutic grade oils. And you will find some of these out in the marketplace in your health food stores and through other vendors. And therapeutically, there is value to these essential oils. Yet there is no regulation and testing in the essential oil market. And doTERRA took that really seriously. They take our health and wellness very, very seriously. The owners of these companies are just amazing, integrative people. And they actually created a standard that didn't exist in the market. And it's called, oops, I'm going to go to one slide and go back. It's called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And this is a regulatory testing that doTERRA has said we will subject ourselves to. It's very, very rigorous. It's over 5 different scientific tests, and it starts in the field when we harvest whatever the material is we're using. At the source, everything is tested. When it's distilled, it's tested again. When it's received at doTERRA, different manufacturing sites, it's tested once again. And before it leaves and is bottled and goes out to the consumer, it is again tested. And these different 5 components, you can learn more about Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. It's very scientific. However, what it does is it's testing to make sure that these are pure compounds. Only what is listed on the bottle at its very highest therapeutic value and grade. If it doesn't meet our test, for example, we know it's pure, I'm just going to use lavender oil. That's a very pure batch of lavender oil, but it doesn't meet our quality of therapeutic grade. It won't be bottled and used in doTERRA products. It's safe. It's tested of any harmful chemicals, toxic impurities, molds, dirt, all of those things that none of us would want in our essential oils. And also we're certifying that none of our oils have been cut with a lesser expensive oil in order to give you a little bit of that, what they call product dusting out in the market. You get an item that has a really great buzzword to it, but it's really cut 90% or so with something less expensive and people put their label on it. doTERRA doesn't do that. All of our oils are exactly what they say in the therapeutic grade that we say them. But there's another component to doTERRA that really speaks to so many of us, and why it is, again, that we chose to lock arms and partner with this amazing company. And that's how we source our oils. For me, this is perhaps one of the things that I love very, very most about this company. Many of our oils, well, all of our oils are grown, first of all, around the globe in the area that they are indigenously found. We don't have a bunch of farmland in the United States or in other places where we're just specifically growing in a few locations. We find for each oil the place on the globe that it grows indigenously, and then we go in and we partner with those farmers. Again, doTERRA doesn't go in and big brother it and buy up a bunch of farmland and knock down a doTERRA flag and cut all of the local farmers out of work and out of business that have been there for generations. We actually go in and we partner with these farmers. And many of these communities are struggling, developing third world nations oftentimes. And these farmers have really been exploited. There are, well, I'll just use vetiver, for example, which grows in Haiti indigenously. Many of the vetiver farmers have been exploited by the perfume industry. It's a primary ingredient that you find in perfume. And the only way they could feed their family was to grow their crop and grow it quickly and get it out and in the market as fast as possible so they could feed their families. Well, doTERRA, first of all, back to that mission of the highest therapeutic grade for us, they know that just ripping a crop out of the ground fast isn't necessarily a benefit to the consumer. So we start with education and we educate these farmers on the proper growing cycle in order to know where their crop is at its highest therapeutic value. And we pay them a salary in the whole growing cycle. So they're not just looking at the eye on the prize of the day that they harvest. They're understanding that how they plant, how long they nurture these plants, how they harvest, and then how they replant and re-nourish the soil is part of the big picture. So we love that they go in and they're creating a sustainable income stream for these farmers. The other thing that we do then with our Healing Hands Foundation is we go into these communities and say, okay, great, now you have a stable income stream, but what else does your community need? Do you need a clean water supply? Do you need medical clinics? Do you need schools? And our foundation goes in and assists these communities in the other resources that improve their quality of life. So I know I'll say for myself, and Krista-Lynn, I would imagine you agree that this is one of the reasons that we are just so proud to be affiliated and sharing these essential oils with others.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a company that takes such pride in what they do and takes such great care of all of us. And in today's modern world, which is very corporate driven and often companies are for themselves, not necessarily for us, I don't even have the words to speak to how impressed I am by the level of caring doTERRA has. Truly, their desire is for all of us to have that radiant health, vibrant wellness, and joyful aliveness that we deserve. And for those of us who choose to share in the doTERRA business, they also desire for all of us to be prosperous, including every one of our farmers. So I'm like, woohoo, high fives to doTERRA.
It really is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead. I went out of order a little bit here, and I'm going to toss it back to you, Krista-Lynn, to talk about some of these wonderful natural solutions that people can bring into their home with a little more detail.
Okay, I am so excited to get down to good stuff now, and when I say that, I mean the oils. So we're going to move into the oils, and these are the 10 oils that make up our family physician kit. And these are the essentials for every home. With these 10 oils, you really can work through just about any little health hiccup that pops up in your life, from a bruise to a cut or a burn to a cough to an ache, even just to boosting your immune system or oxygenating your brain for more clarity of thought. We're going to start with lavender oil. So these are those 6 oils, as I said, the 6 oils that make up the Family Physician and our Home Essentials Kit, which effectively is the same exact oils, just triple the amount, plus a diffuser for half the price. I'll tell you more about that later. So lavender, I used some this morning to help me keep calm, even though I know this is a friendly space and we all come in peace here. You know, it can be a little nerve-wracking when you're going to be recording something, and we're going to jump on live on video after this. So like any other human, I had little butterflies in my belly, and I felt myself just getting a little bit nervous. And so I've got it right here. I grabbed some of my lavender. I'm going to smell some now. And I like to place some lavender along the sides of my neck and my shoulders, because right when we get a little stressed or tensed, our shoulders clench up. And I place some on my heart, because lavender is for all things calming. It's actually one of the oils you can take internally to reduce anxious feelings. Being as you can take it internally, you can also cook or prepare foods with it. There's an excellent recipe I'll be sharing on the EO 411 Essential Oil Education Day over there on Facebook for a lavender lemonade and a recipe for a lemon cake with lavender icing. So if that doesn't whet your appetite, I don't know what will. You can also apply lavender topically onto the skin for occasional skin irritations. I'm one of those people who repeatedly sticks her hand in the oven thinking this time I won't get burnt, and I'd say probably 8 out of 10 times I get a little burn on my hand or arm. And I put a little lavender on there, instantly soothes it, takes away that burning feeling. Might add a little peppermint on top of that, but it's amazing the benefits for the skin. It's great to use before bedtime. You might want to massage lavender onto your back or the bottom of your feet, or even apply a drop to your pillow at bedtime. Some of us, I have right here, again, you can't necessarily see me, but I have this Calm Me Down spray that I've made, which is really just distilled water with a little salt put in to break it up, and lavender, and I'll spray this on my pillow at night. You can also take it internally with water. to promote relaxation and a restful night's sleep. Our next oil is lemon. Lemon, I'm sure you've seen lots of cleansers and cleaners will have a lemon scent to it. Now I say scent because that's more of a perfume. The reason they use it as a scent is because pure lemon, which is what this is, it said the best lemons in the world come from Sardinia, so of course that's where we get our lemons from. And a bottle of lemon is pure lemon rinds. That bottle is just filled with lemon. And lemon is a natural cleanser, and it also freshens. Many people I know will add a drop of lemon to their water to naturally cleanse the body and aid in digestion. It gives a nice, just gentle cleanse. And lemon, whether it's our doTERRA lemon oil or fresh lemons, which effectively is what's inside of this bottle, lemon is great inside of water because it keeps us alkaline. So that's a healthy pH balance. And a human body can only get sick if it becomes acidic. So that's where the lemon really is great to come in and create that alkaline pH where we can thrive and have that radiant health. It's a lovely scent. You can diffuse it in a room to neutralize odors and to elevate the moods. A little fun fact, all of the citrus oils, which include things like grapefruit or lime, bergamot, all of the citrus oils are natural mood elevators. They uplift us. You can also use lemon to clean surfaces, purify the air, and surfaces. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll just add a little bit of lemon to my sponge and give the counters in my kitchen a nice cleanser. I'll put it drop down my garbage disposal to keep that smelling nice. Wonderful oil. You can also take internally to assist with seasonal respiratory discomfort. Now, when combined, lavender, lemon, and peppermint become a natural antihistamine. And you can use those three oils together, layering them. And we even have, what's it called, Ange? Tri-ease, correct? Is when
Yes.
those three oils are combined in a veggie cap. And many people say it's done wonders for their seasonal allergies. And we are in allergy time, so you might want to mark that one down if you get those itchy eyes and sneezes. Now, the next oil we're going to discuss is peppermint. Peppermint is amazing. It can wake you up. It's cool. It invigorates. It wakes us up. A tip I've heard is to put a couple of drops of peppermint onto a cotton ball and put it in a jar or a cup with a lid. When you're driving on a long road trip, you just pop that open, take a couple of smells, and it'll really wake you up. I've done it myself. It's one, you've probably heard that peppermint is really good for the digestive health. You can take it internally or add it right to your abdomen for digestive health. I use that when I overeat a little. Maybe I had some pasta. I get a little agita for indigestion for you non-New Jersey Italian people. You can also diffuse. As I said, it's very invigorating and uplifting. It's an incredibly powerful, clean, yet powerful scent. So you can diffuse it when you're feeling fatigued or low on energy. I've heard some liken it to smelling salts. And I agree. Actually, I have some peppermint right here. I'm going to take a smell of it, and we can see if I appear more awakened. Whew. All right. I like that stuff. I mentioned that peppermint is cool. It actually helps to naturally lower the body temperature. It's great for in the summers. Whenever you're in an intense heat, it's great for after a workout as well. When you feel yourself a little red in the face, overheated, and I had this happen here in Florida. The hot weather, when it made it shift, caught me off guard. And I literally felt a bit dizzy and nervous about that. And then I remembered, I have peppermint. I took 2 drops of peppermint. I rubbed one on my forehead and one across the back of my neck. And within minutes, I could feel myself beginning to cool off. So that's another fun fact tip. And you can also apply it, as I was saying, to the neck and forehead with lavender to relieve feelings of tension. and you can take it internally to promote healthy respiratory and clear breathing. Ooh, as soon as you smell that peppermint, it really wakes up those, opens up those nasal packages. And for those of you who are attending live, in your handout section, I've included a 101 uses for our introductory trio, lavender, lemon, and peppermint. That's included in your handouts. And if you happen to be listening to this recording and you would like that, cool, I'll send it to you. Email me at coach, C-O-A-C-H, at self-care-tips, SELF-TIPS, CARE.tips, and I will email that to you. Melaleuca. Many of you might know Melaleuca. It's commonly called tea tree oil. It's for topical cleansing of the skin. It's great to apply for a cleansing and rejuvenating effect. I use a wash that we have that includes Melaleuca, and it makes me feel really clean. And it's a wash that's meant for the face, but I might be giving too much away, but my mom said I'm the only baby that she ever met when you play the stinky feet game. I actually had stinky feet. So I use the Melaleuca wash. I use it on my feet as well. And so an FYI for my fellow stinky feet friends. And you can also add 1 or 2 drops of Melaleuca. You can take it internally, and you can add it to water to support a healthy immune system function. And you told me this. You said you liken it to oregano's kinder, gentler sister.
Yep, we use it a lot in our home.
Yep. Yeah, and I didn't think that I would use Melaleuca lots, and go figure. It's great. See, I'm not the only one. It says right here, apply it to the feet and toenails after showering to purify and keep your nails looking healthy. And it's great for any kind of abrasions, bruises, scratches. With like young dogs running around, I'm always getting a little scratch here and there. So this is a great one for when you have those little kids who are always running around on the playground. And here we go to oregano. I remember the first time I heard that oregano is a natural antibiotic, is how it was said to me. Well, what it does is it creates a natural immune support. This is a very hot oil, so you have to treat it with reverence and respect, meaning you will want to dilute oregano before you place it on your skin. And unlike when I used to go to a health food store and just get organic oregano, that I was able to just put a few drops under my tongue and whoosh some water. Do not do that. Our oregano is so pure. And since I did mention organic, certified pure therapeutic grade is beyond organic because we have much stricter testing and much higher standard for those who question that. So anyway, you want to treat oregano with reverence. Take 1 or 2 drops in an empty vegetable capsule, which you can get through doTERRA, to maintain a healthy immune system. You can also use it internally to support healthy respiratory function. Many of us will dilute it with a carrier oil. I use a fractionated coconut, and you can place that on your feet. All of the reflexology points are on the feet, so that's a great way to apply any of our oils. Plus, it does have a very powerful smell, and you smell a bit like a pizza when you go around using it. But this past week in prepping for this, there was a little flu bug that was trying to get me. And my lymph nodes were swelling up, and day to day, it took 3 days. I can proudly say, though, I mixed some oregano with some fractionated coconut oil, and I massaged it downward into my lymph nodes, under my jaw, along my neck, the chest, under my arms. I did that with a layer of On Guard, which we'll learn about, our protective blends, and plenty of water with lemon, and I squashed that bug. That bug didn't bite me, and that blows my mind, especially someone who has experienced chronic illness for years. So oregano, I believe, is a must-have for every home, again, especially if you have children or you work in a large office space where you're around lots of germs. The coolest part is being an oil you can take internally. You can cook. It's great to add oregano to your favorite Italian dishes for flavoring. Added bonus, healthy digestion. So on the EO411 page, I will be adding some yummy recipes that you can make. And unlike dried oregano or fresh oregano, this flavor is so intense, so powerful and pure. Oftentimes, you don't even need a drop. You just put a little wooden toothpick into the bottle, swirl it into your recipe, and boom, perfection. And I know you're like giving me a high five, frankincense. Is this one of your favorites, Angela?
It absolutely is. It's the go-to when you don't know what to go to.
It really is. I've heard it said frankincense is the king of oils. I say with all reverence, I understand why the three wise men brought it as a gift for the baby Jesus. It really is as good as gold, or even more powerful. This oil does everything. It's great for the body, for the mind, for the soul, and really runs the gamut. It's awesome for healthy cellular functioning. So you can use that internally. You can apply it topically to reduce the appearance of skin imperfections. Wasn't it Cleopatra who really used a lot of the frankincense for her skin, Ange?
Yes, I think she was known for all of those wonderful beauty remedies, and essential oils, specifically frankincense, was a large part of, you know, what kept her so beautiful.
Yep, and you can apply it to the bottom of your feet to promote feelings of relaxation. Another little fun tip, I like to apply it every day. I take my hand, I put a drop on my finger, and as far back as my arm goes, I go up my spine and I rub it into the brain stem, which is that spot at the back of your skull, top of your spine. I rub it in right there. And because it's great for the mind, that clarity of thought, if you ever have any of that brain fog or anything like that, or you're feeling a little tired. And I did hear a tip about putting a drop on your finger and rubbing it on the roof of your mouth if you ever had a headache. One day I got one, and wouldn't you know it, boom, within 20 minutes of doing that, my headache was gone. So that's actually something I'll do regularly now, days like today, when I really need to be focused, bring my A game. I'll rub a little, one drop of frankincense on the roof of my mouth to say, hello, brain, time to wake up. Well, Deep Blue, it's our topical blend for muscles and joints. Deep Blue is one of my favorites. I keep it in the bathroom. I keep it in my bag. I keep it next to my bed. Aches, pains. I grabbed a bag with 5 gallons of water inside of it. I feel my back pull. The dogs are about to go jump at one of those toads out here in Fort Lauderdale that that are poisonous and can kill them. I went to jerk the leash, boom, my wrist pops. Or even just up and down, a lot of walking in a day or a hard workout, I always use the Deep Blue rub because I don't believe there's any reason for me to be in pain. So we have a topical rub, which includes the same exact oil, but it's mixed within a lotion. It's excellent to apply on your feet and your knees before and after workouts, to rub onto the lower back muscles after a day of heavy lifting. And it's wonderful as a soothing massage oil, or to apply onto growing kids' legs before bedtime. How the children get those growing pains. So even, a lot of us, we get stressed, and whether it's often working at the computer and stuff, my neck and my shoulders will just start to get a little tight and tense. I'm sure that happens to you, Ange. So I like to just take the little pea-sized amount. The stuff's so powerful, you don't need a lot. So, it lasts. My first bottle of Deep Blue, while heavily sharing it with people, I wanted to, like, anytime somebody had an ache, I'd whip it out of my purse. My first bottle lasted me for 7 months. So this stuff, because you don't need a lot. Less is more with doTERRA because it's pure. Less is more because doTERRA is pure. So just a drop or two and boom. Right, Ange, you get that, the aches and tension in the neck from being on the computer too long?
I do, yeah. I love this deep blue, and neck and shoulder tension is my thing. So I also love that in addition to this oil, doTERRA has also formulated it into a lotion rub, which is something that is often utilized in my family by everyone. So I love this formula. We really have gotten great relief from it.
Can't say enough about Deep Blue. So here we go to our Breathe, another great one for allergy season, cough and cold season. This is our respiratory support. You apply this topically, typically across the chest, right? You apply it topically to maintain feelings of clear pathways, airways, and easy breathing. You can diffuse or add to a humidifier at bedtime for a restful night's sleep. And you can apply it to the chest or the bottoms of your feet again, to keep those lungs and nasal passages open and nice, easy breathing. And I haven't had too many of those problems, knock on wood. I can attest, though, I've heard story after story of people things like that. They put some in their humidifier, diffuser, or onto their chest, and they're blown away by, I can breathe.
You know, it's also, Krista-Lynn, the Breathe is wonderful for athletes. We have a lot of athletes that use it pre-workout just to really open up the, you know, the lungs, the pathways, so they feel like they get a lot more you know, oxygen and lung capacity, and really helps them with their performance. So it's also a wonderful thing to throw in your gym bag for athletes.
Excellent, Ange. Thanks for adding that point. Absolutely. Like that peppermint, it really wakes you up. So Breathe, Deep Blue, and Peppermint are three that you're going to want to have in your gym bag for all those out there who are working out, going to yoga, doing your thing. Digestive is one of my absolute favorites because it transformed me. As I said, I went through years of chronic illness, and it really settled in my digestive tract, in my gut. And Digestive offers digestive supports. So when traveling or trying new foods, take Digestive to soothe occasional stomach discomforts. Personally, I found what worked really well. If I was going to be eating a new food, I would put a drop or two of Digestive, rub it into my stomach before I ate. Then I could take it internally to reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion after I ate if needed. I personally have had such phenomenal success just rubbing it on my belly that that's my choice. And when I was at my worst, having quote-unquote episodes that became embarrassing because I was getting up from the table while out with friends and family at a restaurant, and I'd be gone for 20 or 30 minutes. So I learned to apply Digestive before I ate, and then I would apply it again after I ate. And then it got to the point where I didn't even have to apply it at all, and there I am. I still find incredible joy when I'm out in public eating, because there was a few years there that was not possible for me. So what you can do to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract is add it to your water or tea. Some people choose to do it that way as a preventative measure. You just, add it once a day. You can add it to your water or tea and keep that gastrointestinal tract running smoothly. And I will clarify that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And so I just want to let you know, and I'm speaking to my own personal experiences, and dozens of others have said exactly the same. On Guard is everywhere. I use our entire On Guard line. What created my health issues The chronic illness was I broke my foot, cut it to the bone, and wound up with a very bad staph infection, to the point where they were talking amputation, much to my, like, stop talking, you're scaring me. And so I was in a serious health crisis. And what's great is On Guard is our protective blend. It offers a natural defense. You can take it internally to support the body's natural antioxidant defenses. You take several drops in an empty vegetable capsule for added immune support. It's an immune booster. So this is why On Guard helped me so much. I diffuse it every single day to cleanse the air. So once a day, at least, I diffuse it in my home. And I also use our hand soap and all of our cleaning products because I believe in the power of doTERRA, how it says here, you can dilute in a spray bottle to clean doorknobs, telephones, and other community surfaces. So it really zaps those airborne pathogens and, you know, any germs that might be floating around or on top of surfaces. So On Guard and Digestive are my two favorites for what they've done for me physically. And the beauty of doTERRA is that you are in control of your health care. As Angela said, we are in no way telling you to not use over-the-counter pharmaceuticals. This is simply about finding options. And me personally, I prefer an all-natural route. I eat non-GMO, only organic. It took 45 years, but here I am. I have a very low carbon footprint, and I've gone green. I'm officially green. And that in itself empowers me, and I've really never felt better in my life, and I know it's because I have embraced these natural plant remedies. So we've gone through these 10 oils now, and I bet many of you are wondering, how do I get them for myself? Well, you will speak to the doTERRA Wellness Advocate who invited you to this class. You can, in the questions section, if you're listening live, you can send us a question in the question section to let us know that you would like to purchase some doTERRA. We would like to know who invited you to this class so we can make sure you get with them. If you came through self-care tips or you were invited by me, Krista-Lynn, you can just let me know and I will get with you as quickly as possible today, tomorrow, and we'll get these oils into your home. Now with the Family Physician Kit, it retails for $199.95 retail. You can get it for $150 wholesale, which includes also, you'll see to the right of the picture, these little peppermint beadlets, and On Guard, which are beadlets, which are a half drop of that oil inside of this teeny tiny little bead, a veggie cap. And you can take those, and it includes your welcome packet, and typically there's a $35 membership fee for an annual membership, similar to a Costco or BJ's, where you get 25% off retail prices. That's our wholesale rate for an entire year. Well, doTERRA, as we had said, are very generous. So what they've done is group together some of these little kits, these intro kits, and they waive that $35 fee. They give it to you as a gift, and you can get all that you see here on the screen for just $150 wholesale, and the doTERRA Wellness Advocate who invited you to this class will help you with that. They will make sure that you get those oils into your home. Now, I'm all about values. If there's a coupon, I use it. If there's a little like clip card where, you know, buy 10, get one free, I use it. I'm no dummy, of course. Who doesn't like free stuff? So I'm all about a value. Our Home Essentials kit are the same 10 oils, but instead of being 5 milliliter size, which is approximately 85 drops per bottle, the Home Essentials kit includes 15 milliliter sizes of frankincense, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, doTERRA, Breathe, Digestive, doTERRA On Guard, and the Deep Blue is in a 5 milliliter. So those 9 oils come in a 15 milliliter size, and that's approximately 250 drops of oil. And you get a petal diffuser. So you get triple the oils with the Home Essentials kit for not even double the price, plus a petal diffuser. And I encourage anyone who's interested in integrating oils into their wellness toolbox and using them for the health of you, your family, and pets, I encourage you to get a diffuser. Aromatic is one of the best ways to use oil, so you're going to want to have a diffuser. So where this retails for $366.57, you can get this for $275 wholesale. Again, that includes the gift of the 1 year 25% off wholesale membership. So for 1 whole year, you will be able to get the oils of your choice for 25% off. And I'm offering a super special if you choose, because I like to, I like bonuses. I like savings and I like bonuses. So for anyone who chooses to go with the Home Essential Kit, I will gift you my 12-day natural detox program. It's a do-it-yourself cleanse. It includes a prep pack, which takes you from start to finish, how to prep your mind, how to prep your cabinets, your refrigerators, how to get prepared. It includes a recipe book. And every single day for 12 days, you will get an email, which will have your lesson for the day. It will include your workbook for the day, and it'll include a video audio with it's a guided meditation, sort of self-hypnosis. And you'll get the support of myself and my partner, Kim Sonsini, clinical nutritionist. So she's joined the self-care tips team, our self-care specialist team. So again, you can just write in the questions if you would like to get that Home Essentials kit. We will make sure you get in contact with the doTERRA Wellness Advocate who invited you to this class, or I will contact you personally. And just let us know if you would like this Home Essentials kit. These bonuses are only available through Thursday, April 14th at 11 p.m. wherever in the world you are. So you want to let us know right away if you're interested in getting this doTERRA Home Essentials kit or any of these oils, so we can give you some cool bonuses. And will you take it from here?
Yeah, you did a great job covering those options, Krista-Lynn. This is just a little review about how doTERRA works, and it is, as Krista-Lynn said, similar to like a Costco or a BJ's, where as a wellness advocate, you get a wholesale membership, 25% off of any of those retail prices. And then we also have a wonderful program called Loyalty Rewards, where you can earn up to an additional 30% in product credits for purchases that you make. And it's like a little treasure account that you can then redeem those points for products for free. You also get 100% of your shipping cost reimbursed in product points. So again, as Krista-Lynn said, we both are value girls. We're always looking for the best bang for our buck, and the Loyalty Reward Program is really the best bang for your buck. The wellness advocate who introduces you to doTERRA and talks to you about the best way to get started can explain that program in a little more detail. I'll just say really quickly, it is entirely customizable as far as what you choose to receive each month, when you choose to receive your shipments, and also if you'd like to ship it to you or maybe even ship something to a friend or family member. I love the flexibility of this account. You also have the ability, as a wellness advocate, to choose to earn commissions if you'd like, and create doTERRA as a part-time income to pay for the products for you and your family, or also to even continue this as a little bit of a replacement income, or even a truly residual lifetime income stream if that's something that you choose to. And the person who invited you to this call can share that more with you. As a wellness advocate, you also get some wonderful promotions and benefits that are only available to those of us that are part of the doTERRA family. So with the After a Wellness Advocate, Krista-Lynn, I don't know if I have control of the mouse. Yes? No? Yes, I do. Technical difficulties. We're working out these kinks. It's really fun. So sharing doTERRA is something that oftentimes just happens so naturally if you choose to create your own wellness account. And with doTERRA, there are really 3 different pathways on how you can get involved with us. One is, of course, as a personal user for you and your family, and you want to learn about how to incorporate these solutions into your life. The Wellness Advocate that invited you on this webinar can show you how to get those tools and resources so you really feel empowered about your own self-care. Naturally, what happens for many people, because they love the product so much and they're seeing such wonderful results in their life, they just naturally start sharing. So when you share doTERRA, there are several different stages of that, and you can earn some free products if you like with one of our share programs. You can also earn some bonuses and commissions that could be equivalent to even just covering the cost of the usage for your family. And you can also join us as a wellness educator and be on this path to sharing doTERRA and these natural solutions globally. Krista-Lynn and I are so proud to be part of this company. We are always looking for other inspired holistic entrepreneurs or people that are looking for a way to put their hand to something meaningful out in the world, improving their health and the health of others. And if that's something you're interested in, please talk with the person that invited you on this call or reach out to one of us, and we can share how we could get you started on that journey as well. For today, I think that we are going to talk a little bit, just to wrap up, about some upcoming events, Krista-Lynn, and then wrap for today and take any questions.
Absolutely. So this is the first of many, many webinars that will be hosted by Self-Care Tips. You can find us on Facebook. I encourage you to go and like our page and follow for notifications. So that's facebook.com/self-care tips. One word, no hyphens. facebook.com/self-care tips. We've got a virtual global soul circle coming up. Essential emotions class, bye-bye blues and blahs. We've got food as your pharmacy with clinical nutritionist Kim Sonsini. We've got the 12-day detox, TerraFit 90-day body transformation. Tons and tons of webinars, and most of them are free. So, and you can go to selfcare.tips where we have blogs and additional, some really juicy, incredible educational articles written by our self-care specialist team. And for those of you who are thinking, wow, I love this, I too want to be teaching about essential oils and get in on this, well, why don't you join us for the Why doTERRA business opportunity. It's a VIP webinar where we're going to have some of our top doTERRA business leaders are going to be live with us sharing their doTERRA journey. And we're going to explore the doTERRA business opportunity, see if you're a fit for our essential self-care team, and you too can discover how to launch your very own holistic health and wellness business, which includes education and training. So that's happening on April 15th, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And to claim your ticket, you can simply email me, coach@selfcare.tips, or please contact the doTERRA Wellness Advocate who invited you to this webinar. And I'm just going to reiterate again that we've got some bonuses that are good for 72 hours. Those will close 11 p.m. on Thursday, April the 14th. So I ask you to pop a question over to us. Let us know who invited you. Let us know that you're interested. Another bonus we have is a wellness consultation, which will be provided by your wellness advocate, exploring your health goals, your health concerns, and what exactly will work best for you. So this has a retail value of $120, and that's yet another gift just for attending today. And if you look in your handouts, you have a gift. I've given you a self-care book, 3 Days to Self-Care, And for those of you who would like to upgrade from the Family Physician Kit to the better value of the Home Essentials Kit, I'm going to further bonus you with a gift of the 12-day natural detox program, which will get you all clean from the inside out. So I want to thank you for attending today. Angela, namaste. I'm giving you a little bow. I thank you for co-leading this class here.
Oh, it was a delight. I so enjoyed being with you, Krista-Lynn, and sharing this information with everyone, and just feel honored that we're on this journey together, and looking forward to connecting with people after the webinar and answering any questions that they might have and helping you find out how you can get started on this journey for yourself and your family.
Excellent. Well, we're going to stop the recording now and reach out at any time, coach@selfcare.tips if you have questions, or directly to the Wellness Advocate who invited you to this class. And we're going to jump over to live video questions now.